Mr. Shelton, now that we have quorum, perhaps if we could just an overview in terms of the amendments or the administrative items.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Although we do not have an addendum, we do have a couple of documents in front of you. One is just to give you the backup piece of correspondence. It's an email that relates to the withdrawal of the request to make a deputation that was made relative to the Goldstein subdivision. So you have a copy of that email that backs up the reason for the withdrawal. And the second item is an information report that does address a couple of administrative corrections to the DC document. The first one being just to ensure consistency for the transition period, that the correct date is May 29th, and it should be part of the motion, the correction set out herein, so that that is consistently applied through the document. And the second item on that information report is a replacement of paragraph 3.5. You can see the minor adjustment that was made to it. And the last one relates to the attached schedules. They're really internal administrative documents for the allocation of the DC, but they had to be slightly amended as well. So when you do deal with the DC report, you should deal with it in the context of these fairly minor administrative corrections.
Okay, thank you. Just have a few minutes. Are we going by that clock?
I think they're all
Summer hours?
summer hours.
I think we're I'll call the special council meeting to order. You have the agenda before you. Are there any declarations of pecuniary interest? Being none, then we'll go forward with the first item on the report, and that is with respect to the finance report, Community Services and Finance Report 2014-11. And that relates to the 2014 Development Charges Review Final Report. We do have recommendations. Could I have a motion with respect to the report, please?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Councillor Kerwin, with the adjustments, the amendments that have been outlined? Yes. Okay, Councillor Sponga. Councillor Kerwin, did you wish to speak to it?
No, sir. They're self-explanatory, and I would like to compliment our staff and CAO. I'd like to compliment our staff and CAO with the fine work that they did in tuning these development charges. They started on Thursday, worked through Friday, and we had them late Friday. I think by doing that, they've resolved many of the issues that the development industry had, Mr. Mayor, and it's of the benefit to the town of Newmarket that we proceed.
Thank you. Councillor Sponga is the seconder.
Again, also, I'd like to reiterate Councillor Kerwin's comments in terms of our staff and the consultants on a job well done and executed fairly quickly. only recently received only one concern, and was from the Rose Green Corporation in terms of the size of the apartments, but I understand that I had an opportunity to speak with the consultant separately. I understand that those concerns have been addressed.
Thank you. Any further comments? I'll call the question then. All those in favor? Sorry. Oh, yes. Thank you for the reminder. Are there any deputations? I know there's members from the industry in the audience. Is there any requests to speak to the reports and the recommendations contained therein? Okay. Okay. I'll call the question then. All those in favor? That is carried. Item number 2 was withdrawn. Item number 3 was withdrawn. And we'll hold the ratification, so we'll now recess council to begin. Oh, okay. You want to do the bylaws first? All right. All right, then we'll go to the bylaws. We have bylaws number 2014-41, 42, 43, and 44. Madam Clerk, if you would read the particulars of those bylaws, and then seconded by? Seconded. By Councillor Kerwin. Okay, let's read them now.
Bylaw 2014-41 is a bylaw to establish area-specific development charges for the town of Newmarket for the Northwest Quadrant Development Area. And bylaw 2014-42 is a bylaw to establish the development charges for the town of Newmarket, and that's the town-wide development charge bylaw. 2014-43 is a bylaw to permanently close part of a highway that is no longer required for the road widening purposes and convey the land to adjacent owners. That particular property is the south side of Eagle Street between Lorne Avenue and Ellen Street. And I believe this is a housekeeping type of bylaw. Bylaw 2014-44 is a bylaw to provide an exemption from noise bylaw 2004-94 as amended, and that's a bylaw to prohibit and regulate unusual noises or noises likely to disturb the inhabitants of the town of Newmarket. And that exemption is related to the work being done on the old town hall.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Sponga?
Yeah, just briefly, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to speak to bylaw 14-44. I was just wondering if there's an opportunity for staff to notify the adjacent owners within our regular notification.
Yes, there will be a meeting tomorrow with the construction group, and the project group will be notifying all the residents with regards to the exemption.
Okay, thank you. Being no further questions, all those in favor? Any opposed? Councillor Kerwin? We're electronic here. Okay, that is carried. Thank you. And before we deal with the ratifications, then I will take a motion to recess council in order that we could commence the committee of the whole. Moved by Councillor DiMuccio, seconded Councillor Sponga. All those in favor? And oh, sorry, we rushed the technology there. This will be up in a minute here. Okay, that is carried. So we'll reconvene council then to ratify the decisions made at committee of the whole.
Recommendations, Mr. Mayor.
Councillor Sponga, Councillor Manuel seconded. All those in favor? Oh, this is where we need to wait for the buttons. Ratifying these, the committee. Yeah. Put something, a separate vote? Sure, we can deal with something separately. Well, we can, we're ratifying which do you want to
Well, I don't have the pink, so I guess number 2, is that correct?
Item number 2 is the leash-free bar, and you'd like that to be dealt with separately? Okay, all right. So we'll ratify, the motion then will change to ratify all items with the exception of item number 2, and we'll deal with item number 2 separately, okay? All those in favor? Of all but item number 2. Now, I will ask for a oh, sorry, we have to wait for this to come up. Technology. It's a matter of training, it's a matter of training the chair sometimes. All those in favor, the buttons there. Okay, and that is carried. Now we'll deal with ratification of the recommendations of the Committee of the Whole, item number 2, and that specifically is the leash-free dog park. We'll wait for that to come forward. Oh, let's have a mover. No, the whole thing was moved, and we're voting on this separately. So we have the original movers and seconders. Okay, and now all those in favor? Regional councillor? Okay, but that still carries. Okay. Confirmatory bylaw, Councillor Sponga, Councillor Emmanuel. All those in favor? Let's wait, we're in council. There we go. Well, regional councillor, okay, that's carried. Motion to recess. Councillor Sponga, or sorry, adjourn, that's motion to adjourn. Councillor Sponga and Councillor Vague. Here we are. All those in favor? Councillor Kerwin? Did you vote? Okay, that's carried. We're adjourned. Thank you.